Now, before we get into Android operating system, it might be a good idea to understand that like Android operating system, what are the other operating system in the world? What are the various technology used in those other operating system? What does the industry uses? And how they compare to Android? So one of them is Windows Mobile, which is developed by Microsoft. Other one is Symbian, which has been one of the oldest one and the big market player, although market share is going down. Other one is Palm operating system, Android, iPhone, and then there is a BlackBerry as well. BlackBerry. So let us see the difference between them. Let us start with Symbian S60. S60 is the name of the operating system in the Nokia phones, and it was developed and made popular by Nokia and Symbian Foundation. Earlier it was not open source, but 5 to 7 years back, around roughly approximately that time, it was made open source as well. But right now, this Symbian, Nokia has dropped this operating system. So nobody now ships Nokia phone with this operating system. Now Nokia is using the Windows Mobile operating system. So we'll not be discussing about Symbian now. It is pretty much almost gone. Let us discuss about BlackBerry operating system. BlackBerry operating system was developed by a company called Research in Motion. It is a Canada-based company, and it was one of the most popular smartphone in the world till few years back. BlackBerry gave us one of the most innovative QWERTY keyboard-based mobile phone. So their QWERTY keyboard was most popular. QWERTY keyboard. So their QWERTY keyboard was one of the most important feature of their mobile phone. And although they have been leader in the smartphone, every executive in the world had the BlackBerry phone, but over last 1 year or so, the market share has been going down, and we don't know whether this guy is going to be in the market for a long. But the company name is RIM, Research in Motion. It is a Canada-based company. Now, let us discuss about the three major players in the mobile operating system space. Those three major players are Windows Mobile, iPhone, and Android. Let us start with Windows Mobile and see, compare how they come up. So Windows Mobile has is obviously started by Microsoft, and it is a proprietary system. The operating system is not open source. Whereas iPhone is developed by Apple. It is a proprietary system again. But Android is developed by Google and Open Handset Alliance, and it is an open source operating system. Now, if you want to develop a mobile application using Windows Mobile, then what do you need? So for development environment, you always need a Windows. If you want to develop a mobile application for iPhone, then you need a Mac. If you need to develop a mobile application for Android, then it will work on any platform. And that is a huge advantage. You can use here Windows. You can use here Mac. You can use here Linux. So the flexibility is a lot more. Now, what kind of a language and tools you need to develop the applications in these operating system? Let us start with Windows. So if you want to develop a mobile application in Windows, then you need to know or learn about C++ and .NET. If you want to do in iPhone, then you need to do in Objective-C. If you want to do in Android, then you need to know about Java. So depending on how is your skill set, how good you are, and what is the requirement of development, you can choose which operating system you want to start with for developing a mobile application. Another thing is that if you develop a native application, not a web-based application in Windows Mobile, it does not work on iPhone or Android. Or if you develop a native application in Android, by default, it will not work on iPhone or Windows Mobile. So you have to be selective that for which mobile which mobile operating system you are targeting your application. Another important part which cuts across all the mobile operating system is that if you want to develop a web-based application in the browser using HTML and CSS, then all of them supports that. Now, let us understand about what are the leading mobile handset manufacturers who are shipping mobile phones for this operating system. For Windows Mobile, Acer, HTC, Samsung, HP, and the big guy called Nokia. So Nokia handsets will have now Windows Mobile. iPhone is always Apple. Android is done by a lot of companies like Samsung, HTC. Google has bought over Motorola mobile division. So now Google will be also shipping the handsets, manufacturing the handsets with Android operating system. And then also Sony also does that for that. And a lot of other mobile handset manufacturer does this. So this was basically a brief comparison between various operating systems for the mobile phones and how they stack to each other in terms of the development environment, in terms of the development tools, and is the platform closed or open, all those things.